What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome to my channel. So for today's video I had something completely different planned. However, one of my dear friends have recently been scammed by an Alibaba supplier. So I thought it would be a good idea to come up with a video of some red flags to look out for so you guys don't have to experience exactly the same as to what he did, because he ended up losing over £2,000. So the first red flag that I want you to look out for is suppliers that speak very poor English. I understand Chinese suppliers are, Chinese, they don't speak English, it's not their first language, but suppliers that don't even use Google Translate to understand exactly what you're looking for, what kind of product you're looking for, what the size, the measurements, the color, and everything else, move away from them, because what they will do is use that language barrier to fight their case with Alibaba and refuse to give you your money back. They will say to them that basically you have misspoke, you did not specify as to what exactly you were looking for, and they will try and hold on to that money for dear life as much as possible. Second is, don't look at suppliers that are being very pushy or very pesty, to be completely honest. You will find some suppliers that will tell you you need to order by the end of the week or the price is going to change, or if you don't order by the end of the month, the shipping is going to increase from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, and so on. Make sure you don't make a rash decision. Make sure that you calculate all the fees, all the costs, everything before, so you are 100% comfortable when it comes to choosing your supplier, and don't get pushed by one of these Chinese suppliers that just are out after your money and nothing else. Next up is the price. Okay, some Chinese suppliers will really advertise their products extremely low to try and lure you in, and in my personal opinion that is a very shady tactic, because then they will start adding various costs on top of that, such as labor costs, advertising costs, and sometimes they will even say other costs, and therefore you'll find that the product you thought is a $3 product all of a sudden turns out to be a $5 or a $6 product. That is not a good supplier. That is not a supplier that you want to have a long-term partnership with. You want honesty and trust between your supplier in China that you can work with for the next few years. Next red flag, in my opinion, is when a supplier tries to, or sometimes even demands you to pay via outside of Alibaba, whether it's a bank transfer or PayPal or something else. There is a reason for that, and the main reason is because they don't want Alibaba involved. They know that if something goes wrong with the order, they will not have to pay back any of the money, whereas if you pay with Alibaba, you have a good chance of getting at least some of your money back. So make sure, and I can't stress this enough, on your first order, always pay via Alibaba Trade Assurance, so you have some insurance and some protection from these scammers. Next up is where prices change very drastically. Now imagine this, I've been speaking to some suppliers not too long ago, and I found a product that was around $6, but after a little bit of negotiation, that product straight away goes down to $3.50 and then even below $3. Well, why did they advertise it as $6 in the very beginning? How much of a markup do they think I will pay for that particular product? I don't want suppliers that are just going to try and rip me off, trying to take as much of my money as possible and run away with it. I'm looking for suppliers for a long-term partnership. And what you will find with a lot of these guys is that they will start extremely high. And I personally really don't like that. I want somebody that will give me a price, and it's more the case of really take it or leave it. That is the best price I can possibly do for you. And if I say no, they'll be like, okay, well, good luck finding another supplier. To me, that shows honesty and someone that I can trust in the long term. Also, if a supplier is trying to refuse to send you samples, that is a big red flag. In my opinion, if you are comfortable in your product, you're confident that the buyer, i.e. us UK sellers, are going to be happy with your product, you should have no problem of sending some samples to us on a short notice, especially if us buyers are willing to pay for the postage as well. Sometimes they will say, well, we don't have any in stock at the moment, it will take a long time to produce, just a one-off product, you should just order 200 or 300 units and then we'll take it from there. Stay away from them, because it's in their best interest to send you samples. If they're so comfortable in their product, then they have a very good chance of making that sale if you get the sample and you're happy with that product too. The suppliers that are not comfortable with that, you should just leave them alone, because the chances are, if the supplier is not happy with the product, you will not be happy with the product, and therefore your customers will not be happy with the product as well. And the last but not least is, this is not so much of a red flag, but really something to look out for as well, is just suppliers that have recently come on Alibaba. So when it comes to speaking to suppliers, make sure you check as to what year that company, factory or trading company has been established. If they've been established this year or last year, be careful, because there are a few things you have to look out for. First, they may not know what they're doing. Second, they may be a scammer. And then third, they may not even have dealt with people that sell on Amazon. So you will have to explain them step by step the whole process from the very beginning, what to do, what to stick on, what labels to stick on, where to send, etc., etc. And for us new sellers that are learning the process ourselves, it's just additional hassle that we should be trying to avoid as much as possible. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys found it useful. I really honestly hope that you don't get scammed by one of these suppliers in Alibaba. Majority of them, from my experience, are genuinely nice people and will try and help you out as much as possible. But there are always scammers out there that will try to take your money and run with it, especially during the Q4 when there is so much demand for their products. So watch out. If you do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below. I will try and answer them as quickly as I possibly can, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.